Hopefully that's it now actually live, because apparently it wasn't even live. Right, hopefully. Hopefully, if I do some practice. Right, I'm going to do some driving, and let's see if this broadband actually holds up. I'm just messaging to see what the stream quality is like. Oh, there we go. Can get rid of that FPS thing now. Right. Let's see if this will work. The only thing is, I have two keyboards. Oh, wait. My screen isn't working. Okay, let me fix that. Properties, deactivate. Okay, now we should be working. Hello Jay, how's it going? What? It is really glitchy screen capture. It's been a while since I've used this. Let me go just check nothing's loose. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to, because I forgot to check the actual capture device hasn't been used in so long. I think it was just That seems smoother. Okay. Excellent. Right. Let me know, guys, how the stream quality is. We have... Oh... That could have been bad. I forgot to register for the race. I should have registered for the race and then joined the official practice. I completely forgot to actually register for the race. I thought I had already registered. That's what it was. When I started my stream setup, the register wasn't live yet, so I just jumped into a practice. I forgot to change that. Okay. Right. Hopefully this now works. Hello, Jonas Trucks. How's it going, mate? We are back live. We've got a few minutes before the race. This is a stream test. I'm going to be doing some racing tonight, and hopefully the stream quality and everything is okay. We're just doing testing. How is everyone on the stream tonight? I'm hoping that the chat is working correctly. You guys can hear me alright?
Sorry, mate. Sorry, 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 sorry.
Right. Right. So hopefully we've got the stream up and running. Hopefully the chat's working as well, because I don't see any new chat messages, so I'm hoping that the chat is working as well. I'm going to run to the bathroom before practice finishes actually. Luciano. For some reason my chat is bugged out, but I can see your messages, so that's fine. But it has like a viewer counter thing, and it's on 0, but if you're typing something in the chat, that means you have to be viewing it, so I don't know what is going on there. Right. So we are at 4,470 iRating. If we finish P4 or above, we hit 4.5k, which would be nice. We're not going to be doing too much tonight. Sorry, we're not going to be driving too late tonight because I have stuff on tomorrow. But if this works and the stream is good quality, then we'll be able to actually get back to streaming. I literally spent about a month with my broadband provider. I've tried different SIM cards and stuff like that. I've just spent ages trying to get this to work. So I hope it's working, because my ping is still green. A lot of people in the server have red ping or orange ping, and mine is still green. And it's not gone above 125. It is at 125, which is like double what I have when I'm not streaming. But it's not gone above that. It's not spiking or dropping. It's just hovering at 125. So that looks good. My keyboard's not working. Always something. There we go. Wrong sector. I've been with this track being quite short. I've not really been using the like Delta in the races. I've just been using it for qualifying, and for qualifying I usually like to have the all-time optimum sector. The only thing I've noticed about Mazda though is it's very variable weather this week. I mean, if you look in the top left at the weather, it's 100% precipitation, yet the track is wet, because if I remember correctly, you can't actually have a wet track in Rookie Series. It's always dry, I think. Yes, there's 100% precipitation, and the track is quite cold. And you can actually see, like, the track is really greasy. Like, when we were exiting pit lane, it did look like the track was almost wet. So that's the only thing with the all-time optimum sector. It's not very accurate, because your all-time optimum sector is sectors in a bunch of different sessions on different conditions, so it's difficult to actually get it close to it. To be honest, I think with this much of a difference, I'm going to go for session optimum sector as the delta, just so I can see if I'm improving on my second lap. This week, low 52s have been competitive. I did a 51 yesterday, and I was on pole by 6 tenths, and that was with like 5k guys in the lobby. But then I've also seen some 150s this week. I think the best I did this week was a 150.9, but that was in better conditions than this, so we'll just have to see what the lap times we can do in these conditions are. The biggest thing you'll notice with Alton Park is the track limits are ridiculous. So you gotta be very careful. So you'll notice in the race I'll be a lot more cautious than I would be at other tracks for track limits, because if you just get a centimetre over the white line on some corners, it's an instant slowdown. And with Mazda being such close racing, a slowdown can really ruin your race, so just got to be very cautious for that. So this isn't going to be a very quick lap, but if we make sure it's valid, at least then we have a banker lap, so we can push on our second lap. was a slow first lap. Just testing how much grip we have in these conditions. Ah, that was a bit slow. Should be in the 51s.
Alright, there's checkered flag.
Nah, that was a bad lap by myself. Especially compared to my lap time I did last night that put me on pole. That was definitely a slow lap. Got a minute 47. And it looks like I'll probably be P6. Unless P7 or P8 improve quite drastically. But yeah, that was a rubbish lap time by myself. Still, if we finish P6 or above, we gain I rating, so not a lost cause. Plus, with Alton Park, it has been a bit chaotic, so plenty of time to make up some positions. Just wish I had done a bit better in qualifying there. But then, this is the joy of Mazdas. You have a 3.9 and a 3.6k driver have out-qualified. They've done a 51.314 and a .317. 3 thousandths separate them for pole position, and they are 4 tenths quicker than the highest driver, which is 5.7k. He's got close to double their I rating and has been beaten by 4 tenths. Like a lot of other series, the highest I rating drivers usually qualify pole, but in Mazda, because everyone's in the same car and track, if you mess up your lap like what I did, then you never know what the qualifying results are going to be. I mean, the 12th ranked driver in the server is 1/10 off Felipe Barrichello, which is the second highest ranked driver in the server. He's got 5.5k. There's 1/10 separating them. And he's in P7, the second highest ranked driver. So, yeah, Mazda could be very interesting on quali. The issue with Mazda is you're so slipstream dependent that if you're a high rating driver and you've qualified at the back, you have to find the balance between not getting held up by a slower driver but not battling and then losing the slipstream. Because as soon as you battle and you lose the slipstream, it's very difficult to catch up in some tracks. Alton Park, I would say, is one of the exceptions just because it's got so many corners. Whereas like Lime Rock, for example, that one, as soon as you went side by side, you lost the slipstream train, and then that was you. Like the slipstream was almost what was it, 5 or 8 tenths a lap. So as soon as you lost it, you couldn't catch up because there wasn't enough corners that you could drive better than the cars in front. if you weren't in slipstream. Whereas Alton Park, I'd say, is a bit of an exception because there's so many corners, but still the slipstream does play a massive role. So you want to try and stay with that lead train, but you also don't want to battle too hard and lose it. But then if you don't battle, you might get stuck behind your slow driver, so 6.5 a dozen. Right.
Green, green, green. Car on your left. Keep to the right. Keep to the right.
Oh my goodness. Trying to go on the outside of turn 1. Yeah, and this is how you lose the slipstream. I'm just gonna let him go. Ah, he's the second highest rank, that'll be why. Let's try and make up positions early. I don't want to lose the slipstream of the lead train. And if the last 2 races are anything to go by, it's... don't know what will happen until the checkered line, because I think on Tuesday I did a race. I was 5th. On the last lap, 4th and 3rd took each other out and I got 3rd. So, when it's this close, sometimes can be worth just waiting back for them to battle. Just try and follow the number 2 through the pack. I've raced with Felipe before, he's fairly quick. He's gained a lot of I-rating recently. Oh my goodness, the leaders are already almost going 3 wide. I don't know why these 2 guys, the red and black car, are battling so hard. The leaders are battling hard. Just work together, catch the leaders. Don't battle for P4 with 8 laps to go. Come on, let's stay with the leaders. Stop fighting!
Bro, stop fighting, you stupid.
Oh, I almost got wiped out.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear.
Push, Felipe, push.
Car right. Clear.
That's weird. Unless he got a slow down. Seemed like he lifted off to let me through. That didn't seem like a bad exit. I seemed to gain too much on him for that to be a bad exit. Oh dear. Oh, I hate Alton. See, the netcode on iRacing is so bad here. Like, that looked like he just went, hit the barrier and crashed out. And actually he's fine. It's like, again, there, the car in front of me just hit the barrier, but he didn't hit the barrier. That's just the netcode. It's awful when you're following close, because you brake, thinking you're about to hit them, but actually you haven't hit anything. It's just the netcode. They really need to sort the netcode in iRacing. Top 4 are very close together. Number 5 is in 5th position, so I just want to catch up to his slipstream. Looks like the leaders have gotten smart and decided to stop battling so much. Looks like they're working together a bit. The fields... Oh, no, I take that back. I take that back. Yeah, they're going side by side through there. Yeah, they're not. They didn't get smart. I thought they'd realised there's 8 laps left of the race, and we're going to start working together, but they're not. Good for us, though. Come on, Felipe, let's push. I just want them to battle just enough for us to get in that slipstream. See where the number 5 is? He's just in the perfect spot. Not close enough to battle, but close enough to benefit from any mistakes and stay in that slipstream range. Just need to get into that slipstream.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in lead was 5, just at the fastest lap. 51.192.
Yep, as I said, he's in the perfect spot. He's not battling yet, he's getting slipstream and doing fastest lap of the race. That's exactly what you want. Slipstream but not being held up and battling. The leaders are going at it again.
Car right. Stay on the left.
If you're gonna go for it, just go for it.
Clear on the right.
Try and catch these guys up. How's it going? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Hope you're doing well.
Where are you going, mate?
Where are you going? Why are you running? See, this is the issue. Felipe thought he was faster because he was gaining on me, but as soon as I'm now behind him, I'm gaining on him because of the slipstream. That's the problem with Mazda, it's just a slipstream. Ah, we've let the leader pull an 8/10 gap. That was not clever. I'm gaining so much in the number 2 as soon as I'm in the slipstream. They're battling hard up in front of them. Silly, really. They're just letting the leader pull away from them. The leader's completely checked out. Oh, crash, 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 crash.
You got a slow car on the right. Go right. Go left.
What is going on with Felipe's netcode? He's gone through the barrier like 3 times, lost his bumper, and then magically his bumper's come back on. He just drove through the car, went in the air from hitting the car, and now is driving fine. What is going on with his netcode?
You're in fifth.
It is so off-putting. I literally hit the brake, almost hit the brakes to avoid Felipe crashing, and he'd avoided them. I don't know why Iracing doesn't fix this stupid netcode thing. Right, let's get back on focus. P3 is 4/10 behind P2 and P2 is 6/10 behind P1. Hopefully they close the gaps to each other. Maybe second and third work together a bit to catch the leader and we see some more battling. I'm going to try and get back into the slipstream of Felipe, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. So we lost quite a bit of time avoiding that crash. Again, there, he hit the wall, but he didn't hit the wall. It's so weird. It is so weird. Oh my goodness, this is getting bad. It looked like he just fully hit the wall, and he didn't. It's getting worse. I don't think it's my connection though, because no one else is, it's not doing it when I follow anyone else, only him. So I can only assume that it's his connection. Oh, something going on with the timing screen. Ah, someone retired, that's what messed up. Coming on to the penultimate lap now. 1/10 separating the leaders and 5/10 from P3 to P2, so this could be interesting over the last two laps.
The leader is running 52.
The leaders going side by side into turn 1.
The leader's gone off. You got
Oh!
a car on the left.
Oh!
Go right. The next
Good
car's
job,
the
brother.
leader.
Good job. Good job.
I literally said something could happen. You never know
Yeah, I'm a prick.
until it's
Yeah, watch the replay, bro.
until it's a
You're so
checkered
fucking dumb, you can't even
flag
see your
based on
own mistake.
yesterday.
Going wide when
let's
I'm
go.
clearly side by side with you.
Right, penultimate lap. I'm just going to drive smooth to the end of the race. We've got a 3.5
Stop
second
blaming
gap.
others for your own mistake.
3.5 second gap. We can just finish the race nice and smooth. Don't need any more positions. This much I rating will put us over the 3.5k, which is exactly what I wanted to hit for this race. It's not bad for a race. P7 to P3 so
Pô,
far.
uma pena, Pfeiffer. Tá fazendo uma puta corrida, velho.
Pois é, caguei no quarto. Felipe, no te cabres, hombre.
Why am I gaining so much on Felipe?
Stay smooth.
Have I just got into the slipstream range? I seem to gain a lot in that final sector there.
You're now in third. Car 6 has taken the lead.
Gaining a ton at the moment. Is this all slipstream, or is he actually hit the wall this time and got some sort of damage? Because last lap we were second behind and now we're 5/10. Oh, I overpushed. No idea I didn't get a slow down there, that was lucky. You know, I'll take that. I'm happy with that. Qualify P6. Let Felipe through at the start. And just try to drive smart. Didn't fight Felipe at the start.
There's the
Try
flag.
not to get
It's
involved
over.
with that group of cars and just try to stay close to them, and it
Nice
paid off.
run. Solid work.
4 of the group all crashed out, and we profited from it. So happy with that, really. And up to 4.5k I rating. Let's have a look at the replay.
Porra, pior que rolou um netcode, nem foi culpa do cara. Colou os carros e tinha, sei lá, uns 2 palmos entre eles. Aí não tinha como o cara segurar mesmo. É foda. É a pior coisa do Iracing, velho.
Right, let's have a look at the incidents, guys.
Eu podia até ter dado um pouquinho mais de espaço pro cara, mas eu não ia passar.
I'm going to turn off the voice chat, and I don't...
Ah, se eu ganhasse essa, eu tava feito essa semana pro Iracing pro Origin.
Start turning off. Right, let's have a look.
É mesmo. Agora quem tá feito sou eu, obrigado.
It probably won't register that I've disabled it until...
Pois é, boa.
Till I
a
press
próxima?
done. That's why. Right, let's have a look at Chopper. So the race start, Felipe got a good start, and as you see, we run side by side into the first corner, and then here he's completely off the grass, but I thought he was still like alongside me. I thought he was closer. But because he goes onto the grass, he has a good run here. And I decide to back out because I think I want to stay with this top group. I don't want to fight over P7 with 8 laps to go when slipstream's so important. So I brake a bit early here, just let him have it, and then just try and stay close. And let's just try and find some of the incidents that we benefited from. So see, already these guys are battling. And then the top 3 are gone. Like, if these 2 cars hadn't battled so much on the first lap, they wouldn't have dropped this much to the top 3. It was really silly. But I think the first 2 to crash out was this car and someone else. So let's try and find that incident and see what happened there. It was in the final sector, that's all I remember. It was these 2 black cars. And also can see that what happened with that netcode, because Felipe's netcode was ridiculous. So I think it's the next lap or the lap after. Yes, it's this lap. Okay, so let's go far chase. So the number 5 is on the inside. He's obviously had a good exit. Going for a move on number 9, and I'd say this move is on. We hit the brakes, and he's got a significant overlap. So I don't really see. Like, I still think it's stupid to be fighting so much when it's so slipstream dependent, this track. But I mean, this move is on, so let's actually see what happens. I can already see what's gonna happen. Yeah. So see, this is a clean move from the number 5, how he sets it up. But what he does is, there's quite a big gap to the number 9. The number 9 has left him like half a car width still. But the number 5 tries to hold a tight line. He hits this curb, which unsettles his car. So as you see with his steering, he has to correct. He actually counter steers towards the car. And by the way, the number 9 has done a very good job of giving space, because he's got 2 car widths on the inside. So the number 9 hasn't done anything wrong, in my opinion. He's left plenty of space. So the number 5 corrects, which then means that he's not set up correctly for this corner. Again, he hits the curb, and again, he has way more space. like the number 9 has left him way more space than he's using. He's cutting the curb, but the number 9's left him more space than that. He could have avoided the curb and had no contact with number 9. But because he hits this curb as well, he then just understeers. As you see, he actually has to turn towards the number 9 to countersteer. And as you see, he just bumps and understeers and then takes them both out. So that was on the number 5. He set up the move clean at the start, but he just oh, sisters made me forget what I was trying to say now. Yes, he's just understeered on the exit. If he had used all the space that the number 9 had left him and not cut so much on the curb, then the move would have been fine. So let's find out what happened to Barrichello, because on my screen it looked like Barrichello got thrown up in the air and then carried on driving. Roberto, do you use a direct drive wheelbase? Yes, I use a Moza direct drive 9Nm wheelbase. I think it's the R9 they call it. And I've got that with their, I think it's the GS GT wheel. It's just the GT wheel that they had, but it was the older version with the Alcantara grips when I got it, unfortunately, so I don't have the leather grips. But it's absolutely fine. I wish I had known that a leather grip variation was coming, because then I would have went for that, just because leather lasts longer than Alcantara. But to be honest, the Alcantara is still really good quality, and I wear gloves when I'm driving, and it's not really that noticeable the wear, and I use it a lot, so I don't have any complaints with it. And then I've got Hikensfield sprint pedals as well. Yeah, exactly. His setup to the move was fine. Like, it wasn't a dive bomb. He got far enough alongside, but the number 9 left him plenty of space, but instead he tried to cut the curb, which is what understeered him into the number 9. So if he just didn't cut so much of the curb, he would have been fine. So let's see what happened to the number 2, because it was really weird, right? Like, look, he hits it on... Huh? He literally destroys his... What? This netcode is so bad. Look. Completely destroys his car. Destroys his suspension. Destroys his bonnet. Good night, Raven. You already said good night. Destroys... What? Some sort of magic trick? If that's not a hack, I don't know what is. Obviously it's some sort of netcode, but still. But like, this is why I was saying, like, it was so hard to follow Felipe, because you already saw what he was doing to the chicanes, where it looked like he was hitting the chicane, but he wasn't. And then look here, right? I hit the brakes because I thought he was about to crash out. Because look, his bonnet's up and everything, right? So I tried to avoid, and then the bonnet reappears and he's fine. Like, what? Just has, like, instead of fast repairs, he has, like, flash repairs. Didn't even need to go to the pits. Goodness sake. Right, and then on lap 7, the leaders crash. So let's find that. I think it was lap 7. Let's go to... Yeah, it was. Yeah, let's see what happened there. Cool, I'm in the market for an upgrade. What have you got at the moment, Roberto? What setup have you got? So let's see what happened to these two guys. It looks like the number 3 just turns the number 1. Like, so in the previous incident, the car on the outside left plenty of space, and the car on the inside cut the curb too much and then understeered. But from this, it looks like the number 3 just drives into this quarter panel of the number 1. Like, yeah, the number 3 just leaves no space. Look at this. The number 1 is right on the limit of track limits because he's got one wheel just over the white line. He's cutting the curb. He cannot go any more to the right. The number 3 is not leaving the car width to track limits. Look at this. Where he's pointing, he's still turning in. And look how much space between the front of his car and the white line, which you can't see. He's turning in like there's not a car there. And he just turns number 1. They have a net code and just turns it. The number 3 did not leave enough space for the number 1 on the inside there. The number 1 hit the wall hard there, so he was out. Did the number 3 keep going? Oh yeah. It said he finished P6. Yeah, that was really lousy by the number 3. He just didn't leave any space on the inside there. That was really really silly. Right, race event. Let's see. My safety rating. Oh, my safety rating is so bad because of I've done so many Mazda stuff. Like just look. Felipe, who was in front of me, 15 incident points. 11, 10, 9, 9, 6, 9, 9, 5, 6, 3, 6. Like, I've got a low incident count in the lobby. I have 1, 2. I am tied for the 3rd lowest incident count in the lobby, and I have 6 incident points. That's it. That's how bad not only Alton is with track limits, because I think all of mine were for track limits. I don't think I got any contact. All mine were for track limits, because you guys saw it's just so strict. But also it's just, there's so much door-to-door racing that it's very easy to get a 4X. You're constantly bumping each other or bump drafting and stuff. The amount of times I've got incident points just for bump drafting. I bump drafted someone the other day in Mazda and I got a 4X. But someone bump drafted me the lap before and it was fine. Okay, excellent. So yeah, it's 50 I rating. We were 4,470 and now we're 452. Which is great. So we'll jump into the next one. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. Okay. Quite a high strength of field actually, 4K. This has been really good for Mazda this week, 3.5. And like, this isn't great, this isn't prime time either. This is like tea time in my time zone in the UK. But usually when it's like 10 or 11 my time is when it's like really high strength of field. So like 3.5, 3.7, at 5 p.m. UK time, 3.7 strength of field. And then it starts to drop earlier on in the day. So like 3 o'clock, that's just middle of the day, 2.6, 3.1, 2.8, 2.7, 2.3. It's still, 2.5 is still actually quite good for Mazda. I mean, 5 in the morning, UK time, 3K strength of field. This is really good compared to previous weeks, like really good strength of field. What always surprises me though is the difference between split 1, split 2 and split 3. Like, if you look at the splits, right, there's 32 splits here. From split 3 to split 32, it's a steady decrease in strength of field, you know. 175, 16, 15, 14, 14, 14, 13, 13, 13, 13, 12, 12. Goes up 13, 13, 13, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 10, 10, 10, and then it starts to drop in 100 at a time. Like, between split 32 and split 3, each split just drops by a little bit of I rating. But like, the difference between the top 3 splits is massive. like split 1's 3.5, split 2 is 2,000, and then split 3 is 1,700. It's huge differences, the top three splits, and then after that it's like so close to strength of fields. But Mazda is very populated at the moment. It's actually really nice to see how populated it is this week. I don't know if Alton Park is a free track or not, because I've driven it before. I can't remember if I bought it and just forgot I bought it, or if it's a free track. Usually the Mazda Rookie Series are free tracks. But yeah, it's really nice to be so populated. Sorry Roberto, I missed your chat message there. TSPC Racer with a 488 challenge wheel and TCLM pedals. Although I know more than anything, I need to upgrade my technique. LOL. Yeah, definitely getting coaching and improving your driving technique is going to help more than anything. Like if you watch some videos by Julio Media, he's like arguably the best coach in sim racing. Just the techniques he teaches and stuff. So you watch his videos, it's really good. His racing school is really good as well. Obviously, it comes with the price tag, but from what I've heard, people would say it's really helped them and it's worth it. But it is a lot of money. But I would say that you want to invest in some decent equipment, like so you can actually drive well and consistently. But you do also want to make sure you're investing time. If you don't want to invest money into improving your technique and coaching sessions or racing skills, at least invest your time into it. Watch as many videos as you can. But try not to, what I would say is if you're trying to improve your technique, one thing that I made the mistake of is I would try and watch quite a lot of videos and try and implement them all. But what is significantly better is to watch one technique video or like a video about one technique and just spend like a week practicing that technique in whatever you're doing. So if you've got league races that week or daily races, in those races try and implement that driving technique, and then the next week implement something else, and then it sticks with you and it's easier to use. Plus then you don't become like information overload trying to do too many things at once. But for your system, I know nothing really about the TSPC Racer. I don't really know anyone that's had it, but I do know some that have the TLCM pedals, and they are still good because you've got the load cell. Like that's the most important thing. Like they're by far not the best, but they're a load cell brake pedal, which is the main thing you want. So as long as you've got a load cell and it's set up so you can actually brake consistently, which Leo has a video about as well, setting up your brake videos, brake pressures and brake pedal and things so you can use it properly. It sounds like you've got decent pedals. If you're wanting to get in your wheelbase, I would definitely recommend Moza. The only complaint I've had with my Moza wheel is that the cooling. I wish it just had a big air vent to cool it, because in the manual it says don't use for more than 1 hour at a time. I'm like, what sim racer drives for an hour and then turns it off for 20 minutes? Like that's what they say in the manual. So the wheelbase does get hot. I've used it for like, I mean I've done 24-hour races with it, but I've been driving for like 5 hours with little breaks and it's been fine. It's not blown up, but I do wish that they did some proper cooling with it. But apart from that, like the software is good. I even bought a Moza gear shifter as well the other day. Like I've had no problems with the Moza stuff, and all the reviews are really good, and they keep expanding their equipment, so it looks like a good brand to go with. It all depends on your budget. But if you've already got load cell pedals, then I would upgrade to a direct drive wheelbase. And then if you want to upgrade your pedals, Moza do SRP pedals, which I think you can upgrade to a load cell. I don't know how good they are. I've not really watched any reviews about them. I just know they have them, and I know Moza's decent. If you want more expensive pedals, then Hykinsfield Sprint is a good entry point as well for a load cell. But if you were wanting to go the Moza side of things, I think, let me check the GT Omega website, because that's where I buy my Moza stuff, because I'm in the UK. I'm not sure, Roberto, where is it that you're based? Which country? Just because I might know some websites and stuff that are okay for where you're based. Because GT Omega is where I have to buy my Moza stuff, just because it's I think the official dealer of the UK for Moza. Well, I can't find Moza stuff anywhere else, so I'm assuming it is. I've actually purchased and watched the course, but that's the trouble now, it's implementing it all efficiently. I'll have to revisit a lot. Yeah, like I say, I would try, instead of just watching the information, try and just like implement one technique at a time. So spend 1 week, implement that technique. Next week, focus on another technique. That'll help you. But even when you do that, still go back on the other things, revisit it. Do the exercises that Sulio does, because he gives so many good exercises. Actually do the exercise and see if you're doing it better than when you did it a few weeks ago. You know, still go back and revisit it. You're never too good to go back to basics. So I'm not sure. I would need to check if Moza ship directly to Canada on their website. I don't know, but this is just on the UK GT Omega website. Like I say, this is where I get my Moza stuff from in the UK. So some websites might have these, some might not. But this kit, right? If you want direct drive entry wheelbase, this is an R5 with a basic wheel, but it's a direct drive and it's got pedals. But those pedals are Hall sensors. But I think I'm sure you can upgrade these pedals to load cell. And I want something to confirm, because I'm sure you can upgrade it. See, that's it, the Moza SRP2 pedal set. See, it's a pressure sensor. But is that a load cell? Yeah, load cell pressure. So the SRP2 pedal set, that says it's a load cell pressure sensor. So is the R5 bundle the same one? No, it's not. Look, there's no bit at the back of the brake. So that's just a basic Hall sensor. So there must be an upgrade kit to take that to add the load cell, and just this website. Ah, there is. Is that it there? No. I don't know. It gives you the idea there is. Let's try the GT. Let's try the Moza official website. I don't know where they ship to support. No. Shipping and delivery. I don't actually. It doesn't actually say here. But I'm not sure about the taxes and stuff in Canada. Like, I couldn't buy directly from Moza because I'd have to pay an import tax. So I bought them from a UK company that have basically already paid the import tax. So I'm not sure how Canada works if you guys pay import tax if you buy from Moza. So you'd have to do some research on that. But if we go to racing and see, that's the wheelbase I've got, the R9, but this is the V2. Man, the R12 is... That's not actually a bad price. But let's see what bundles there are, because I'm sure there's an R9 bundle. So that's the R5 bundle that was on the GT Omega website, which is the same price somehow. So there's actually a bit of discount. So these are R9 bundles. So these all don't include the... Do these include pedals? No. That's just the wheel and wheelbase. So that's what I've got. The GS GT and the R9. But that's V2, so that's like the newer version. This looks like quite a nice wheel. This is obviously like an amazing wheel, but like it's more about looks. There's a bit of lag with the screen and stuff. The wheel I really like is what is that wheel? How did I never see that? How did I never see that released? I tried to keep up with all of Moza's releases. How did I never know that wheelbase was released? I'm genuinely annoyed that I didn't know that was released. That looks so cool. It's ridiculously expensive, but that looks awesome. But yeah, the wheelbase the steering wheel I really like is this one, the F1 one. This came out 1 week after I bought mine. So I bought this wheel and base, and then 1 week later they released this. And I wanted one with a screen, and Moza didn't have one with a screen. So I bought this, and a week later they released that. I couldn't believe it. I would have kept my old wheel for a week longer if I could have got one with a screen. But it is what it is. But like the KS wheel, 275, GT 400, but then you can get round wheelbase a lot cheaper. So like the R12 bundles here, they're quite expensive and you've got no pedals, but like I would say R9's quite decent, when the prices are decent, and it just depends on the wheel. Like if you want this GT wheel that I've got, it's like £800. But then like the KS one, which frankly isn't that many less buttons, still rev limiter, and plus if you're like me, all your lights are off anyway when you're driving, so you're not looking at, you shouldn't really be looking at your wheel when you're driving anyway, so you're not going to know if it's carbon fiber or not, because you're not going to be looking at it whilst you're driving. You know, that's still got a decent amount of buttons, the KS wheel, and it's £200 cheaper than the other one. This is nice, I really like it, but still that's not that much worse than this one, and it's a lot cheaper, and you could then put that money towards some better pedals. So yeah, you could just get a steering wheel base and wheel bundle and just get that, and just keep your Thrustmaster pedals for the time being. But if you wanted to go into Moza pedals, then like you say, the bundles, these ones don't seem to be the load cell pedals. So I wouldn't really bother if you're not getting the load cell pedals, because you're downgrading your pedals. Oh dear, I glitched the website. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, if you're getting, see these ones, these have the load cell, but the ones in the kit don't. They're like the SRP Lite. So if you get the ones in the bundle, then you're downgrading. So if you want to upgrade the Moza, I would say just get the steering wheel and base, and then get some pedals later on. Like you say, I recommend Daikin's Field Sprint pedals. That's just what I use. But I mean, these look really nice. These load cell pedals, £400. These these look better than this, so I don't know why this is more expensive than this. Like, I've not really looked into them at all. But that looks really nice for £400. That looks really nice. Full length throttle replacement plate. Oh, that looks cool. But yeah, you know, this is the thing. Like, you're looking here. There's so many options for Moza. Oh, that's why I haven't seen that's released. It was only released at the end of last month. That's probably why I never saw it. But yeah, like, there's so many options. So you just really have to look at the reviews. If you go on YouTube and just watch some reviews of the Moza wheel you're interested in, it'll give you a good idea of if you want to go for it or not. Right. Give me 1 second. I need to put something on charge. Yeah, Moza, especially after the Fanatec use, I've not kept up with it if they're staying in business or not, but like Fanatec, even before the news about the parent company going bankrupt and stuff, like Fanatec was really bad for customer support. Seemed to have a massive backlog of orders, and other companies were just releasing stuff. So like Thrustmaster has a lot of options, but Moza just seems like they've kind of got a hold of the market and they're just using it to release as many products as possible. But as long as they keep doing a good job, you know, as long as they're not rushing these products to try and get them out quickly and not doing a good job with them and getting callbacks, if they continue to actually do a good job and still release them regularly, then they're just going to keep getting customers, because there's always going to be something new to either entice a new customer because something looks cool and different, or keep an old customer coming back because it's something new and different, you know? Yeah, I can't comment on Thrustmaster to be honest because I don't really watch. Because I'm happy with my setup, I don't really watch any of the reviews or anything of the new stuff that come out in sim racing. I try to keep up with like new wheels and stuff that Moza release and things, but and a general idea of what's new. But I don't really watch all these long reviews. Whereas when I was looking to buy the Moza stuff, I did. So I don't really know much about what Thrustmaster are currently offering, or if their direct drive wheelbases are any good. So if you want to know, there's that. I can never remember the channel. I think it's Boosted Media. I want to say it's Boosted Media or something like that. That do really, really good reviews for sim racing products. So if you want to know if a product's good, just watch their reviews. Because oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, stop, 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 stop. Mild accident there. So yeah, if you just watch their reviews, then you'll be able to know if it's a good product. And they are often really good Boosted Media for testing a product versus another competitor.
Slow down.
Rather than
You got
just
a
telling you
penalty
if it's
for
good or
cutting the
bad,
course.
they'll actually compare it to a similar price product. So you know if it's worth spending an extra 50 quid to get a slightly better one. Hi Jonas Trax, no worries man. Hopefully how did I hit that? Well, it seems I had a brain fart there because I just completely destroyed my car on my outlap. Oops. Oh well. No worries, Roberto. If you have any more questions with that, just message me on Discord. My Discord server should be in the description of like my last YouTube video. I forgot to put it in the description of the stream just because I was just testing to see if the stream would actually work because it hasn't worked for the past 2 months. But if you have any more questions, just drop me a message on Discord. Yes, Jonas Strax, I've not done it in any races this week yet, but I don't want to jinx myself, so that's why I'm saying I haven't done it yet. The best time I did in this week was a 50.9 at Alton. I don't know if it was in a practice session or a qualifying session, but the best I've done is a 50.9. But in quali I'm more averaging like a 51 or a low 52. It just depends on the session. Like the track conditions vary so much this weekend, Master. Just from one session to the next, so just depends on the session. I mean, based on what I've seen, like even in top split, like a low 52 can be competitive in most of the top splits. Like 3k strength of field at 52 low will still be decently competitive.
Green, green, green.
Yeah, 1 minute 50.9. That's the best I've done this week.
Okay,
My
here comes
optimum
your
is
first
a
time lap.
50.8. But my 50.9 was in a session that it doesn't actually count it on the delta, which is really annoying. So I don't actually have it on my all-time optimum. But yeah, the best I can do is a 50.9. But like I say, in these qualifying sessions, when you only get 2 laps, I'm more averaging like a 51 or a low 52. 52.3 is still competitive though. That's what I'm saying, like a 3k strength of field, a 52 low like you've done is still fairly competitive, so that's still a good time. Plus Alton Park is very technical and you've got to get very close to the track limits, so it's very high risk, high reward. or higher risk, low reward, because you only gain very little amounts of time by getting closer to the wall or the track limit. But no, 52.3 is still good, good lap time for Alton Park. I mean, right now, 2.6k driver, 52.3, and he's currently faster than a 3.3k driver. So, yeah, if you can do 52s, it's still competitive this week. Yeah, man, that's it's still competitive lap times, especially if you're in like split 2 or 3. Like split 1, it's still decent, but if you're split 2 or 3, that should be still really good lap times. Oh yeah, the Alton track limits. Don't get me started. So stupid. Like, it's just so unrealistic as well. Like, no real life track limit, no real life track has track limits like this. Not in the UK anyway. Like, it's ridiculous. You touch the white line and it's track limits. No, that ended. It was only 6 rounds. It was only 6 rounds, so that's ended now. So I don't actually have any competitions at the moment. Literally my only thing I've got to do just now is just gain as much iRating as possible for next year. Because all the events are next year, so I just want my iRating to be as high as possible. This is going to be a rubbish lap, I can tell. This is not going to be good. Yeah, so 52s or 53 lows is really competitive for those splits. Yeah, so just make sure you keep up the clean driving, get that safety rating up, and then just if you keep finishing on the podium, then you'll just constantly gain iRating. So keep it up, that's really good. Oh, this is such a bad lap. Oh no.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
Oh no. I'm ranked P2 in the server. That was such a bad lap. Oh no. This is not gonna be good. How much money did you don't ask. I don't wanna know. I don't even wanna do the math. Iracing, stop taking my money. I don't want to know how much it's taken. I really don't. Right, we are going to have to push. Guys, the highest ranked driver in the server started P8 because he didn't set a valid lap. 5.6k. Right. So we're going to have to do what we did last race. Try not to be too aggressive.
The estimated SOF is
with us starting so far back. Oh, we're starting the same place. But with it being
we expect to be fighting for the podium.
Slower drivers in front of us, we want to try not lose the podium, but also not be too aggressive. I mean, just do what you can that's free. Like,
Still waiting on 2 cars to
you
grid.
do not. The best thing to do is just focus on one series. So, like, if you get to D license and you need to do 4 D class races, like, just look at a series that you don't need to buy that many cars or you don't need to buy that many tracks for, and just do that. But like, focus on one series, and then it's cheaper that way.
Everyone's gridded.
And as you do it more, it costs less money as well. Because like, I've not had to buy a track in ages. It's literally been 2 months since I've had to buy anything, just because I've got all the stuff for the series that I'm doing. Oh my days, number 6 had a bad start. goodness sake, he's lost like 3 positions already.
Still there.
Oh wow.
Still there.
Okay,
Hold your
just
line.
drive into me then.
Still there. Hold your line.
Yeah. There go the top 4.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Oh, this is so aggressive so early.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear. Car on your left.
Come on guys, the top 4 right there. Don't do what the others did last race.
Clear
Come
on the
on.
left.
This is stupid. I don't like it. This is not a good idea. GT4. I'd recommend GT4 because you can also do the Falcon sports car, which is a multi-class. I'd honestly say go for GT4. I drove the Merc GT4 in both the GT4 fixed and the Falcon sports car, I think it's called, which is the multi-class that uses GT4, and I gained so much iRating. Plus it's really good for practicing multi-class because the prototypes, especially on tracks with high speed corners, the prototypes are so quick in comparison to GT4. It really improves your situational awareness. No, that's what I mean. The Falcon Sports Car series and the GT4 are on the same track. That's the best thing about it. It's the same track,
Behind.
but the GT4 is the fixed, and it's only GT4. But then the Falcon is the open setup, and you're also racing against the LMP3s, so it's multi-class, but it's the same track. So yeah, I definitely go for GT4 because you can just stick to GT4 fixed if you want, but it gives you the option to do multi-class without having to buy any more tracks. Yeah, Ferrari Cup is interesting. Like, I've heard really good things about it and really bad things about it. Right, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, not far away from us now, 6/10. The leader has completely checked out, and unless he makes a big mistake, I don't think we're going to catch him, because these guys are going to battle and we're going to battle. The leader's completely checked out, so I think we aim for the P2 here. This is the thing that annoys me in Mazda. I cannot qualify mostly. Like, on the very rare occasion, like last night, where I qualified pole by 6/10, I am so bad in qualifying. But the race pace, if you stay in the pack, is okay. Yeah, I honestly would just go for GT4 now. And then you can do either GT4 fix or the multi-class racing. Why is this guy so aggressive? He's the #1 ranked driver in the server. He should know that in this series you need to work together, stay in the slipstream. Oh, P2's got a good run on P1. Oh, that's great if you got liveries from your team. Awesome. Come on, P1, let's #1. I mean, let's catch these guys, not fight with ourselves. Oh, this is stupid. Why is he going for the outside?
Still there.
Literally got 4th and 3rd right in front of us, and he's fighting over P6. This is so stupid.
Car on your left.
Oh,
Clear on the left.
why #4? Why?
Go right. Car on
Why
your
did
left.
you brake so early?
Clear on the
Ha!
left.
#1. As soon as I let him through, he kills someone immediately. Such a bad driver, honestly. High iRating and doesn't know how to work together in Mazda. No worries, mate. It's my fault that there's a delay. It's just the stream. Mate, why is this guy so stupid? He's quicker than me because he's in my slipstream. He's half a tenth quicker than me. And yet he's in my slipstream, which is worth more than half a tenth. Do not know why he's not just so stupid. P3 is right there, and he cannot just work together
Clear on the right.
and catch him.
Right side.
So annoying.
Stay on the left.
Yeah, and now I'm going to lose another position.
Stay on the left.
This most stupid 6k driver I've
Stay
ever
on the
raced.
left. 5 laps to go.
Honestly, so stupid.
7. Just set the fastest lap. 51.437. Clear.
All he's done is let the leaders pull away more.
Car right. Still there, hold your line. Still there. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I am quite bad for hitting the 100% brake pressure. I do try not to, but it is a very bad habit of mine that I sometimes just hit 100%. Yeah, now that... Oh, now I've got more pressure from behind. This is so stupid. Oh, because that number 1 car wouldn't just work together and catch P3.
Left side. Clear on the left.
And here I was thinking the number 1 car would be smart and actually work together, but he was not. Ridiculous.
The car in P2. Just set the fastest lap. 51.312. Right side. Clear.
I have actually put up my brake force. I almost doubled it a few weeks ago. I put it from like 30 to 45 or something like that. Or 15 to 30, I can't remember. But I doubled it. So I might need to put it up a bit more now that my foot's used to it.
There's an incident behind.
That number 1 car is just annoying me so much.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 3.1 seconds.
Yeah, this is the problem though. Like, I make space to not crash with him. Like, he sends it up the inside, so I have to go wide. But then I lose a position as well. And then another position. So I'm down like 3 places because I tried to avoid a crash with him. But then if I didn't do that, then I might have gone down to last because he crashed me out like what he did to the other car. So, it's difficult. They're fighting hard now though, so yeah. Oh man, that number 1 car is so He does the same move every time.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Just goes onto the grass to send it up the inside of the hairpin. Like he's not close enough to send it, and he just does it anyway.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
And then these guys are fighting instead of working together and getting the number 1. The number 6 was the head of the number 1. Number 4 started battling, and now number 1 is gone. Like, Mazdas is so important to have slipstream, and no one seems to understand that you need to work together until like the last 2 laps, and then you fight. Everyone fights way too early in this thing.
Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Stay on the right. Clear. Car on your left. You've got 2 laps to go. Clear on the left. The leader just did a 51.518. Car right. You're back in 5th. Clear on the right.
Now this guy's going to go for the move,
Clear.
which means I have to defend and I don't get the run on number 6. Typical.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Why did the car behind me just drive off the road?
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.2 seconds.
What happened in the last race?
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
Oh. Oh. I thought like Mazda's had like downshift protection and stuff. Did you turn it off? Because that is painful. That's so painful. Just blow up your engine from P1. Oh, that was such a bad race.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
I just wish that number one hadn't fought so much and
There's
it
the
just
flag.
worked
It's
together a
over.
bit. It's just so stupid, the fight's so early. Like, so early into the race. Oh well, I lose 1 I rating. Right. Yeah, I'm currently racing for Toga. Long story short, I'm not racing for WR anymore. But I have the potential to join a very good esports team, but I need a higher I rating before I could join. So there's 2 teams that I could potentially join, but both of them I need a higher I rating. So that's why for the end of this year, oh wait 1 sec. 2. I lost 2 I rating. Pain. That's why for the rest of this year I'm just trying to gain as much I rating as possible, so that for next year I can join a good team and then be able to do some sort of esports and iRacing. That's the goal. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink before we go for the next race. Just give me a few minutes. Are you working right now in a job? Yeah, I've got one main job and then a few little jobs I do on the side. But I've been working since I was like 14. I just always loved to work. got quite a few registered at the moment. See what the results were in the previous one. What? Fastest flap in split 2 was quicker than split 1. What? You did a 50.9 in split 2. That has to be a Smurf account, surely. Yes. Yes. You did say that you were going to do some work experience there. Are you going to do it? Or are you doing it already? That has to be a Smurf account. No way a 2K driver did a 50.9. No way. Let's see if we can find you, Jonas. Oh wait, no, it wasn't this one. It would be the one before. Did I just crash Iracing? Oh, that's not good. Man. Humidity 100%. That is literally the UK. Chance of rain, none. Humidity 100%. Cloud cover 100%. Except the chance of rain is very high. Yes, well, I've done it. The first day was a long one as a Porsche dealer. The other 2 weeks long as a mechanic at the... That's awesome, mate. So are you going to do any more stuff at Porsche? Or is that just like a once-off thing until after you are like out of school? Going to apply to get schooled as a dealer there when I finish school. Oh, that's awesome. When I want to buy a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, I'll give you a call. So is there anything you do now or you can do now to like increase your chances of being accepted to get schooled by them? And this is what I meant by the GT4, by the way, off topic. That's the GT4 fixed. That's the Falcon, which is GT4 and LMP, but they're both the same track. And they run on different hours as well, so like you can do the fix and then you can do the open. Which is handy. There's a Fuji 8-hour. Why do I have his net helmet? Oh, that's really good, mate. I hope you get accepted then. That would be awesome. I wonder if Luciano's doing this. What's the keyboard now? Come on. The keyboard is randomly decides not to work every so often. There we go. No, he's not doing it. Maybe Ryan's doing it. Or yes, Ryan would well. Alright, good. Because normally kids are not allowed to do work experience in Porsche centres, only in the official fabric. And when I even have work experience at the dealer, my chances are really high. Oh, that's awesome. Hopefully the people that give you the work experience will be the ones that get to like approve if you do it or not, because then they'll already know who you are. Because that increases your chances or even more. But no, I really hope that that goes well for you, mate. Because that's awesome. To be able to sell Porsches and stuff. And you just want to do Porsche dealership, or would you also want to do mechanic in the future? Yeah, that's awesome, mate, that you've done it. But if after you finish your school and you go apply to work at Porsche, is it only the dealership that you want to do, or do you want to be doing some of the mechanic as well? Do you have to finish school before you apply, or could you could you apply to work part time whilst you finish school, and then once you finish school, then work full time for them? Only dealership. That's cool. You should get a test drive the cars. Anyone on track? Off track. Ah, okay. Well, at least the boss from the garage knows you, so just have to hope that when you finish school, it's still the same boss, and he's happy to give you a job or an apprenticeship. Because working for Porsche would be quite nice. Oh, test drives are done by the mechanics. See, that's why you need to be a mechanic as well. You need to be a mechanic as well. Oh, that's cool. You should get to try everything then. I wouldn't mind being a mechanic working on new cars, but I wouldn't want to work on old cars, just because of like you've got the rusty bolts that don't come off, and then you try and get them off and the bolt snaps, and then you've got to drill out the bolt, and then or you got to replace the part that it's stuck to, and it can just be a nightmare. Whereas I think I'd quite like to do the mechanic stuff on the new cars, or doing the dealership, but I wouldn't want to do all the old stuff. It's like what movies show working on cars are like versus what it's actually like. Alright, no worries, mate. We're going to do one more race, and then I think that'll be it for tonight. I'm just going to put on the be right back screen. I'm just going to be a few minutes. we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys, for the next race. And we are back. Server is just about to launch the race. About 2 minutes to go. Not the race, sorry, the server's just about to launch for the race. But obviously we have qualifying and things first. So we'll see how we get on. This will be the last race of the night because I'm not sure what I'll be able to do on Sunday. Hopefully we'll be doing some streaming on Sunday, but I'm not sure. It depends what time I get back. Okay. Server's open. Okay. Very low strength of field this race. We are ranked P1. Closest driver to us is 3.3k. Then it's 3k. And then it drops to 2.6k and lower. Quite low I rating actually. Right, hopefully I can get a decent quality this time. Right, here we go for quali. And we'll try not to bin it this time.
First time lap. One more lap.
Semi-decent lap. Let's see what we can do in the next one. Messed up last sector. Would have been a point
There's the
zero,
flag. It's over.
but first two sectors were a little bit slow, and then that last sector I just made a mistake. It's still provisional pole though. And shortening of quality due to okay, so it might actually still be good enough for pole, it looks like. That's good. Wasn't the best lap, but I'll take pole any day. Don't care by how much, as long as it's small. Oops. Why am I not quitting? Oh, I thought I was going to have a glitch where it wouldn't let me press grid. Qualified pole, and then the game's like, ha, take
The
this.
estimated SOF is 2,648.
Oh yeah, this is really low strength of field. I thought it might be. Oh, why are you burning up your engine? Do not not red line it yet.
Five cars left to grid.
Number 2, who's in P4, is leaving it very late to grid up. He might miss
Still
the
waiting on
start.
2 cars to grid.
I think it's going to start
Waiting on
without.
the final car
Oh,
to
no.
grid.
He got on with seconds to go.
Green flag, green flag.
I don't know why at Alton Park that the leader starts on the outside
Left side,
and not the inside.
clear.
Makes no sense. Thought he was going to drive into the back of me there. Had to go really wide into that corner.
Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Oh, he's on the grass. Is he going to hit the wall?
There's an incident behind.
I don't know if he rejoined or if he hit the wall. But there was definitely a crash. That's one of those ones where I don't know if to even turn into the corner because you can't see. So I'm hoping that he's not just about to cut the corner and take anything. This guy going to work together? Or is he going to fight? If he wants to work together, then fantastic.
There's an incident behind.
And hopefully P3 starts the battle with P2. So that'll give me about breaking him. P2 was not aggressive though, he seemed to be wanting to work together. But he was pulling P3 with him because P3 was in the slipstream. We were all pulling away from P4, but P3 was staying very close behind him. So I kind of want to break away from the two of them, so that I don't have the pressure near the end of the race if I'm going to defend from two different people. So I just want to try and break away from them a bit. We'll just have to see if the third place driver works with the second place or if he starts attacking. Fastest lap of the race, and I had no slipstream. P3 should be the fastest on track right now with the slipstream he's got. Certainly whilst P3's not attacking P2 and they're working together a bit, I'm struggling to break this slipstream. Wow, he was late on the brakes.
You got 5 laps to go.
It looks like he wants to wait till near the end of the race, which is good. Because that's what I was saying in the last race, it was too early to fight. Although P4 has caught up to this train, unfortunately. But P5 is like 3.5 seconds behind. So it looks like it could be a 4-way fight for the win. First, second and third highest ranked drivers, and then the 11th ranked driver with 2.2k is in P2. So the thing with last is even if you've got low I rating, a lot of them will do really competitive lap times even with low I rating, because we've all got the same car and the same setup, so it's super close. And because slipstream is so important, if they're smart enough to stick together and not fight too early, then it can be some really, really close racing. Let's see if third and fourth battle, or if they stick together. Nope, third and fourth are battling already. P2, with one of the lowest I ratings in the server, is currently the smartest driver right now. He's sticking with me, sticking in my slipstream, not sending it side by side, and just waiting until near the end of the race to go for a move. And yet the higher I rating drivers, second and third highest, are battling with 4 laps to go. 4 has really dropped off the pace. RIP to P2. He stayed there all race. And then just tried to hold it when the outside there.
Two left to go. Two to go. Left side. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear. I need one more good lap.
Now P5's joined in on the action. I want number 11 to finish on the podium. Just because he was so smart at the start of the race and just working together instead of fighting.
50.882. Car right. Clear. Right side, still there. Keep to the left. Clear on the right. Dinner's on me.
Not a bad way to finish the last race of the night. Pole and P1. Oh no, number 11 finished before. Yeah, it was some really nice racing. Clean, hard. I love that when you can actually race hard but still have clean fights, because usually as soon as you start having aggression and you start going side by side or defending hard, you just get bunted off the track. So actually really nice to have some nice battles like that. I think we're going to be at 45-60 I rating. I think it was about 42 I rating we gained. Just going to wait for the results of that race, guys, and then we'll close up the stream for tonight. Like I say, I won't be able to stream tomorrow, but I hope to stream on Sunday. But now I know that the broadband is working, that's really good, because I spent, as you guys know, quite a bit of time trying to get this to actually work. So now that it is working, it's a good quality, then I can actually stream some more of these races, which is fantastic, really, because it's was really annoying not being able to stream. Okay, 45-60 as I thought. 45-63, nice. So we went from 44-70 to 45-63, so 93 I rating gain, and that was with us losing 2 I rating in the last race. So I will take that. Happy with that. 93 I rating in 3 races. So over the average, split 30 I rating a race. Happy with that. And it was 2 good strength of fields, and then the last one was pretty rubbish, but the first 2 were good strength of field. So tomorrow I might do 1 or 2 races off stream, but I will try and stream on Sunday. If not, it will be Monday, and if for any reason I can't, then it will probably be like Wednesday once I've got used to the Laguna, once I made a track guide and stuff for that. What I'll probably do is do a few races on Sunday, either streaming or not streaming, and then I'll start making a track guide for Laguna next week, because I would like to make a track guide again, because I wasn't able to make one for this week. But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Sorry it's been such a long time, but as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you again next time.